obviously this trade has been completed, and we had all the guys in today for practice. Things went well. They got in last night, had their physicals last night. I got together for dinner with all three, and we had a good visit last night, and you know, a good introduction into, you know, what we're doing, how we're playing. Today we did a little bit of live work, and so we'll get together tomorrow and prep and get ready to play Cleveland.
Have you thought about just the uniqueness of bringing in these new guys and turning right back around and facing one of your former players in Tyrese Haliburton?
Well, the NBA is rife with these unique types of situations, and I've been involved in many of them. You know, it's there. This is part of the whole thing. You know, it'll be great to see Karras. You know, he played last night. They won. You know, he's in a really good situation. The three guys in the trade that went out to Sacramento all played really well last night, and they won their game. So that's great for them. And you know, we've got a little bit more of a period here before we play our first game, which actually is good. We got to take advantage of it to get these guys introduced into what we're doing.
Do you plan on all three guys being available Friday night?
I do. Yeah.
Rick, what do you think is kind of the biggest shift between the group you have now versus the group you had at the start of the week with all of these changes?
Well, there's a balancing of the roster. That's the big thing that you see. You know, it was a lot of conversation about two bigs and whether or not that could work, and it actually did work. You know, they played well together. But long term, you know, as an organization, you look at opportunities to try to move the needle and get the entire team better, and with an eye on your future. And I think Kevin and Chad will tell you that this was a deal that made a lot of sense. And so with this, we get two, you know, really elite three-point shooters. Three-point shooting has been a challenge and a weakness for us this year. The point guard position and the playmaking position, you know, is one of the most important in an NBA on an NBA team. And so we obviously think Tyrese is special, and I really believe that, you know, Tyrese and Malcolm will complement each other exceptionally well. And so, you know, they had a few reps out here live today, and it looks very, very good.
Coach, when you mentioned the future, how much are you looking forward to? How much will that 3 p.m. deadline be a relief for you so you can start moving past this?
Yeah, you know, what time is it?
Close, getting close.
Getting close. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I understand the emotions of this time of year. One thing that I talked to the team about both the other night in Atlanta before the game and today is that, you know, NBA trades are life-changing situations for everyone involved. The 3 guys that went to Sacramento have been great veteran players here for this franchise for multiple years. It's easy to write this off as just part of the business, but there's a human element that is always here. On the other side of it, having empathy for the guys that just came from Sacramento. You know, these guys, in the case of Buddy and Tyrese, you know, they've been there for multiple years. You know, Tristan was a signing this year, and so, you know, this is a big change for them. So we welcome them with open arms. This is a day that's, you know, symbolic of, you know, where we build trust with them and vice versa. And we look forward to integrating these guys and moving forward.
Over the next week, how do you balance trying to teach them what you do on the court, schemes, plays, as well as getting them to know their new teammates so they can just play basketball with them?
Well, we have 4 games left in, 6 days? So there's a great opportunity both to get some practice time like we did today, and also doing it in the heat of competition. I mean, the only real way to integrate guys, once you get them the nuts and bolts out here and spend a little bit of time scrimmaging, is an NBA game. And so, 4 games in the next 6 will be a really good opportunity to do that. And from there, we'll be into the break. Everybody will have time to, clear their heads, exhale, and we'll have a lot better idea of who we are coming back from the break. One of the things that's been a real positive in the NBA is moving the trade deadline essentially a week before the All-Star break. It used to be like right on the day. It used to be on Thursday, and it was really difficult to integrate new players that sometimes wouldn't report until a day or 2 after the break because they didn't, there was a 48-hour reporting time. In this case, there was amazing cooperation between the Pacers and the Kings. I mean, the fact that they got all 3 of our former players playing last night is really an amazing feat. They gained 3 hours, so that helps a little bit. But these guys had all their physical stuff done last night, and that's, usually this stuff is lagging into today, and so that wasn't the case. So, we're very fortunate.
Took him to dinner and you saw him do live work today. What kind of have you thought of the new guys so far in your limited time with them?
Well, they're all very likable people. We obviously like what they do on the basketball floor. That's why we acquired them. And they all bring an on-court personality that I think will enhance our team. I see all 3 of these guys. I know Tristan a long time, and his situation is a little bit different because he was a first-year player with SAC. But Buddy and Tyrese, they play with a real joy on the floor, and that's something that will bring a lot to our franchise.
Rick, any update on Miles and Malcolm?
Miles continues to progress. He won't play before the break. Malcolm. No, it's going to be sometime after the break. But I've gone through the thing a lot. I mean, he was never in a boot. He had some discomfort, but never a significant amount of severe pain with this. A lot of that stuff has resolved, and he's back on the floor doing a little bit more each day. He's been in shooting drills, and he's been a little more active each day without issue or without setbacks, so that's good. Malcolm continues to be close. How close and when, I can't tell you for sure, but we certainly will welcome him back anytime we can get him back on the floor.